Welcome DP Sogong aboard. Your learning journey starts now. Ever wonder if the universe has a secret code? Forget particles, fields, or even space-time as the starting point. What if everything boils down to one fundamental principle? How local events reliably transport information and differences into the future. This is the core of causal tuning unison. So, how does this single law conjure up our weird quantum world and those funky gauge forces? Quantum mechanics isn't about tiny balls in multiple places, it's about route superposition. If an outcome can be reached via several indistinguishable paths, their probabilities don't just add up. They interfere like waves described by complex amplitudes. Gauge symmetry? Think of it as descriptive redundancy. Each local event can choose its own internal basis, phase, color, isospin, but the physical reality, what happens when you loop around, must stay consistent. That consistency requirement gives rise to connections which tell us how to compare these local frames. Curvature? It's simply the non-trivial holonomy, the change in a vector or spinor after being transported around a closed loop. And matter? Not little balls, but stable defects or representations within this grand transport structure. Pretty neat, huh? Now for the grand unification part. We usually think of unifying forces like electromagnetism, weak, strong, and gravity into one big group. But here's the twist. There are two distinct tasks. First, unifying the internal forces, the standard model stuff. Under strict conditions, spin 10 emerges as the strongest conventional candidate. It can neatly pack a whole fermion generation plus a right-handed neutrino into one irreducible representation, handle anomalies, quantize charge, and avoid unwanted extra states at low energy. Second, the deeper unification, gravity and these internal forces. Instead of forcing them into some even larger, more complicated group, the proposal is radical. They are two low-energy sections of the same underlying causal transport law. Imagine two different languages, spacetime spin 3,1 and internal spin 10, both generated by the same grammar book. That's the dual connection idea. So, unification isn't about finding a bigger label, it's about recognizing the single generative law. What about life? Does this framework touch it? Yes, indirectly. Life doesn't violate physics. It actively rewrites effective constraints within the boundaries set by fundamental causal laws. It plays with channels, boundaries, and adaptive rules. But let's be clear, this isn't the final answer. Big questions remain. Why 3 generations? Why these specific constants? What about dark matter and the cosmological constant? These gaps are explicitly highlighted. The theory provides falsification points. Look for proton decay patterns, specific neutrino properties, or signatures of unified sector thresholds. If experiments contradict these, the framework needs revision. Ultimately, COSMOWEAVE Unison offers a powerful new lens, a generative law from which diverse physical phenomena might emerge, pushing us towards a deeper understanding, even if the full picture is still unfolding.